Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, back to bring you news and commentary you can use. Listen, as always, thank you all so much for continuing to support the channel. I hope that I'm bringing you news that you find valuable, things to news and information to get you to thinking about not only what's currently happening, but about things to come. Okay, listen, y'all, while they have wanted us to focus on what's happening regarding the 2024 election, there certainly have been stories, and most recently in the news, and I'm going to talk about this in another video, concerning the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, France. I have some information on that. While we have been focused on so many different things, right? Here's a story I feel like that is not necessarily headline news. You may not even have known that it was going on, but we need to pay attention to it, y'all. Okay, listen. Vegetables and herbs. Okay, you all know I talk a lot about the food supply, whether it's food prices, food shortages, right? Listen, this story is about our food. Did you know that vegetables and herbs sold at Walmart and Aldi have been recalled due to possible listeria contamination? Oh yes, y'all, food recalls are still going on. Listen, according to my sources, more than a dozen vegetables, including peppers, cucumbers, and squash, have been recalled due to possible contamination with listeria. Okay, the recalls, my sources say, affects produce sold at select Walmart and Aldi stores. The reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because many of you all, you may do your grocery shopping at Aldi. Okay, whether you live in a small town, maybe you only, you're limited to only a few grocery stores, or you could be in a large area, right? A heavily populated area, and you say, you know what? Food prices are so high due to inflation. You may be looking for cheaper options when it comes to food in order to save prices. So when I saw Walmart and Aldi, I said, okay, wait a minute. A lot of people shop in those, in those stores. So let me tell you about it, okay? Now, the recall affects produce sold at select Walmart and Aldi stores, okay? That's according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, who said in a news release this past Monday. It is an expansion of the Weirs Farms, that's W-I-E-R-S, Farm, July 12th recall, okay? Now, the original recall was for a limited number of whole cucumbers and bagged salad cucumbers. The product was not grown or harvested by Weirs Farm, but was, and I quote, handled and distributed by the company, the FDA said. Excuse me, y'all, for sneezing, okay? Retail package items such as poblano, cubanelle, green beans, organic bell pepper, serrano, jalapenos, and squash are included in the expanded recall, according to the updated news release. The items were sold at Aldi and Walmart locations in states including, listen out for your state, okay, see if it's mentioned, Delaware, Ohio, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, New York, West Virginia, and Connecticut, okay? Aldi released a statement and said that Aldi puts the safety and integrity of the products it sells first. The company said in a news release, if customers have products affected by this recall, they're advised to discard it immediately or return it to the local store for a refund. Okay, a Walmart spokesperson told NBC News on Friday that the contaminated products have been removed from the store and the company is, and I quote, working with the supplier to investigate the cause. Okay, listen, y'all. That's not the only food recall, okay? Boar's Head, all right? How many of you all are familiar with the Boar's Head deli meat brand, okay? Boar's Head is in the news. Boar's Head has issued a recall of over 200,000 pounds of deli meat due to listeria risk, okay? This whole thing with listeria, it seems like a lot of our foods are somehow being contaminated with listeria. Is there any investigations being done? Why is this happening, okay? Just to let you know what's going on with that, let's see. Okay, Boar's Head Provisions Company Incorporated out of Jarrett, Virginia is recalling all liverwurst products due to the possible contamination with listeria, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Safety and Inspection Service, that's FSIS, announcement. The company is also recalling all deli meat products produced on the same line and on the same day as the liverwurst due to concerns that these products have also been contaminated. Those meats include, listen y'all, beef salami, bologna, Virginia ham, and numerous other products, okay? The recall comes in the midst of a 13-state listeria outbreak tied to deli meat sliced at counters. The recalled products were distributed nationwide with establishment number EST 12612 inside the USDA mark of inspection on the product labels. The liverwurst was sold in 3.5-pound loaves in plastic casing in various weight packages sliced in retail delis, containing, and I quote, Boar's Head Strasburger brand liverwurst made in Virginia. Okay, listen, y'all, with all of these recalls, what is going to be safe for us to eat? Okay, look into this, find out if you have some of these food items at home. Take the necessary procedures to get it rectified, whether it's going back to your local store. This is all very concerning, okay? Why are so many food items being contaminated with listeria? Okay, now listeria, my sources say, are a group of foodborne bacteria that can cause an infection called listeriosis. While the infection is usually mild, newborns, pregnant people, or pregnant women, I don't know why it says pregnant people, adults over 65 and those with weakened immune systems are vulnerable to more serious infections. Listeria, according to the CDC, U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, listeria is the third leading cause of loss of life from foodborne illness in the United States. Okay, so this is something very serious, something to pay attention to. Some signs and symptoms, they say, vary depending on the person and the site of infection. In most cases, the bacteria stay within the gut and cause the stereotypical symptoms of food poisoning, such as diarrhea and vomiting. Usually these start within 24 hours of eating contaminated food and last for 1 to 3 days. Okay, so y'all please be careful. Check on your food. Know where your food is coming from. Know what's in your food. Cook your food, okay? If you choose to grow your own food, know where your food is coming from, y'all. It's a lot going on. Some people said this may be an attack on our food supply. Hey, my question is, why is all of this happening to our food, okay? Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'll be back with more news and commentary you can use right here on Andrea Speaks TV.